Hi guys, welcome to Talk Time. This week's topic is bullying. And yeah, got this whole front and back page, and then like half this page, and you guys think, oh, it's gonna be so long, but it's gonna be so long. I mean, I know you know the timestamp, but me talking, and you talk relatively fast, so this video not gonna be as long as you probably think. It's probably gonna be a good length, because bullying's a serious topic, so I'm gonna talk about stuff I found. I did my research, and then after, I'm going to be talking to you about my experiences with bullying and stuff, and yeah, so, you guys, I want you guys to know that you can, feel free to share your experiences in the comments. I want, my channel to be a channel where, and my fan base to be a fan base where we're all nice to each other, and we support each other, and we build each other up, and we can tell each other things in the comments, okay, because you know what, everyone, I'm sure has have some sort of bullying in their lives. Trust me, there's 6 different types. So maybe once you hear this, maybe you realize, oh yeah, I have been bullied. And yeah. Also too, when I was doing this video, going over the different topics, doing the research and stuff, I realized if you think about abuse, people are abused like by their significant other, like physically, mentally, sexually. That is a type of bullying. Once you hear these definitions, you'll realize it. But anyways, so what is bullying? Bullying is a seek to harm, intimidate, or coerce someone who is perceived as vulnerable. Animosity. It was first used in the 1530s, the word bully, meaning sweetheart, applied to either sex, from Dutch Boel. I hope you say no. It's spelled like B-O-E-L. I think like how you would say Noel, so Boel. I don't know. So, bystander. What is a bystander? I'm sure you guys heard of the bystander effect. Bystander is someone who witnesses bullying but doesn't do anything to stop it. And then you have upstander. The person who knows what's happening is wrong and they do something to make it right. So guys, be an upstander. Do not be a bystander. Oh my god. I have this like canker still in the cheek here. Like as I'm talking, it hurts. Really uncomfortable. Anyways, so yeah, be an upstander. If you see someone being bullied, say something. Help them out. Okay, so there are 6 types of bullying. The first type is physical, which is, I feel like, the most common type. People that use physical actions to gain power and control over their target. The physical bullies tend to be more stronger, bigger, aggressive than their peers. Examples of physical bullying is kicking, hitting, punching, slapping, shoving, and other physical attacks. This one is the easiest to identify, and that one is the most common in like schools. And yeah. So that's physical. The second type is the one that I pretty much endured in school. Verbal is people use word statements and name calling to gain power control over a target. They use relentless insults to belittle, demean, and hurt a person. They choose targets based on the way they act, look, their behavior. And common targets, unfortunately for this, are kids with special needs. So if you have a family member who's special needs, or you yourself have some sort of special needs like autism, Down syndrome, whatever, and you have been bullied, or a family member has been bullied, I am so sorry. That is shitty, and I'm so sorry for you and your family member. Anyways, it's difficult to identify because it usually happens when there's no other people around, and it's usually their word against them. So it's one person's word against another. Like, you tell this person said this, and so yeah, that's the unfortunate part of it. Usually, so yeah, it's verbal. That's, I feel like, another real common one too. I mean, I feel like these are all kind of relatively common ones that you've seen a lot, especially in TV and movies. Maybe not so much in real life, but I feel like they're all relatively common ones. Next one is relational aggression. It's a sneaky and insidious type of bullying that often goes unnoticed. It's also known as emotional bullying. It's a type of social manipulation where people hurt their peers and sabotage their social standing. They're often ostracize others from groups, spread rumors, manipulate situations, and break confidences. So, pretty much the social standing, like if you watch cop shows like Law and Order, Chicago PD, Blue Bloods, NCIS, New Orleans, those type of cop shows, you will have seen before, like how on those shows someone will lie about being, raped by someone to like ruin their lives or whatever. Because, that has been known to happen before. That could kind of be considered this if you think about it. Because you're lying about someone to ruin their social status. So, in a sense, anyways, their goal, these bullies who do this, their goal is to increase their own social standing by controlling or bullying another person. Girls tend to do this type of bullying more than boys do. Which, again, this is type of stuff you see in TV shows and movies. I mean, you might experience it in real life, but at least for me, I've seen it more in like TV and stuff. The person receiving this bullying is likely teased, insulted, ignored, excluded, and intimidated. So, yeah. Let me know, guys, in the comments, what types of bullying you have endured. If you endured some of them, most of them. Next is cyberbullying, which this is nowadays, though technology has probably become one of the most common now. When someone uses the internet, smartphone, or other technology to harass, threaten, embarrass, or target another person. Example of this is posting, hold on, before you get example, if adults are involved in this, it's called cyber harassment or cyber stalking. But anyways, examples include posting harmful images, making online threats, and sending hurtful emails. So like the images thing can be like, if you like post naked pictures of someone or like make it look like they're naked, put their head in a naked body, like that could be cyberbullying. Sending them emails, texts. It's a growing issue now, and people can do it with a low risk of getting caught. But I feel like that's not really true because, you can track people's IP addresses, you can track them to the internet. Like with technology nowadays, like it's so easy to find out people. Like, anyways, and they often say things they don't have the guts to say face to face, which gets kind of cowardless to me. If you think about like that's being a coward, but and then the reason it makes them feel anonymous, insulated, and detached from the situation. To the victim, it makes them feel invasive and it feels never ending. So yeah, it's cyberbullying. And you can think of cyberbullying when you leave a mean comment on someone's video on YouTube. That's a good example right there. That can be considered cyberbullying. This next one, this is sexual bullying. I know when it talks about stuff like this, it might be a little hard for some people. May not like to talk about, want to hear about. You guys can just skip ahead to the next one if you like. I would probably skip ahead maybe 2 minutes in or whatever. But yeah, sexual bullying consists of repeated harmful and humiliating actions that target a person sexually. Examples include sexual name-calling, crude comments, vulgar gestures, uninvited touching, sexual propositioning, and pornographic materials. They might say stuff about a person's appearance, attractiveness, sexual development, and sexual activity. It opens the door to sexual assault, unfortunately. Girls are often more targets of this than boys, and boys might touch them inappropriately, make rude comments about their body, and girls might call girls, slut or a tramp, and they're the ones that do like the slut shaming. So, sexting can lead to this type of bullying because if you send your nudes to boyfriend, girlfriend, and you break up, they can put their nudes, your nudes out there, and that can leave that up to people, bullying you, calling you names, and making vulgar comments about your body. So be careful, guys, if you do that with your significant other, because if you break up with them, they can do that. I mean, not everyone will. If they're someone that you really feel you can trust, then go for it. I'm not saying you definitely shouldn't do it. I'm just saying be careful. Maybe don't show your face in it, so that way if something does happen, you can't prove it's you, right? So, anyways, that's sexual bullying. That's unfortunate. That happens to people. If that's happened to you, I'm so sorry. The last one is prejudicial bullying, which this is the one now with how the world is nowadays. This is based off Sorry, guys, hold on. Give me Jersey. Anyway, based off prejudices towards people of different races, ethnicities, religion, or sexual orientation. Speaking of the religious one, Colin, if you're watching, let me know in the comments, have anyone ever bullied you for your religion? You know, as you guys know, Colin is, Christian. He's big into that, so I'm curious, Colin. Let me know. Not trying to put you on the spot, so I'm sorry if you feel like them. Sexual orientation. This type can encompass all the other types of bullying. There wasn't really much said about that one, so if you guys know, like, the whole Black Lives Matter thing, bullying from cops and stuff against black people, like, that's, I guess you can consider that. Anyways, also, this type could be severe and can open up doors to hate crimes. Unfortunately, if anyone ever had experience, I am sorry as well. Why do people bully? They have been bullied before. They're lonely. They have problems at home, low self-esteem, jealousy. They might be jealous of you. They're part of a pack. They have a big ego. Likes to impress people and sees you as being different. This is the common thing. If people being bullied at home, you have to really think about. If a kid grows up in a house where their parents are always yelling at one another, they're yelling at the kid, they're gonna, the kids can grow up thinking that's normal. Because, that's all they know, like, grow up with their parents being like that, so they're gonna think it's normal and do it to other people, It's a sad thing, but that's how it is, We just always want to assume these bullies are these asshole people, but we really don't know what they're going through to make them bully, like, you know what I mean? The effects of bullying on people. Cyberbullying has an impact on a person's mental health and is highly associated with depression, self-esteem issues, and suicidal ideation. But I feel like you can say of any type of bullying, not just cyberbullying that happens with. Now, suicide and bullying. Bullying victims are between 2 and 9 times more likely to consider suicide. And I have heard so many stories of young people killing themselves, like kids 12 years old, 10 years old. Like, I've seen stories on Dr. Phil and just watching on YouTube. It's very sad. There was this one girl I remember seeing on YouTube, like, it was on the news. She was being bullied so bad she jumped off a water tower. And I believe she was only, like, 12 or 13, like, young. And it's sad. Anyway. Now we're going to talk about bullying a crime. There's an Anti-Bullying Act. Pretty much all the states have it. To protect children in schools from bullying, schools are required to adopt policies to address the existence of bullying. And since they've done this, 7 to 13%, there's been a 7 to 13% reduction in school violence and an 8 to 12% reduction in bullying. So yeah, guys, that was a little bit about bullying, some facts, a little bit of history. Again, feel free to share your stories if you want. We don't judge here on my channel, so yeah. But, my experience, I've talked about it a little bit before. Elementary school, I was bullied by this girl, Molly. I don't remember really she did too much to me, but she was mean to me. It got better to, like, in middle school and high school. But yeah, middle school, it was like this girl, Brianna. I remember one time I was in art class and she tried to get this boy, Sean. He was so nice. He was nice to me in high school and did everything. He was a nice kid. He tried to get, like, Sean to touch me. I don't know how. I just remember that. And me and my mom were, like, going into the dollar store after school that day. And I told her, and my mom flipped out. She, like, called the school, was bitching. It was crazy. But, it was so stupid. It pissed me off. I was the one who had switched classes. Like, my art class, and I think it was my English. Those 2 classes just got switched, those 2 periods, and I was pissed. Because why should I have to be the one to switch, when I didn't do anything wrong? Like, why take it on me? Why not switch Brianna's classes? Like, that pissed me off. So, what I did the next day? I just went to my classes normal. I didn't even go to the class switched, and I forget what happened, but I did get in trouble. Not, like, really got in trouble, but yeah. I did that. Like, I didn't even, I was supposed to go to the new class, and I didn't. Because I didn't think it was fair. I was pissed about it. Like, why should I have to be the one to change my classes? And you guys know I'm super shy, so, like, I was just uncomfortable with it. I don't know. Maybe if I had spoke up more and, like, said that, like, I wasn't comfortable with it, being shy, maybe would make a difference. But I just don't understand it, like. Has that ever happened to you guys? Like, you were the one who has switched classes, but, like, Brianna should have been the one to switch class. Why should I have to suffer? Why should I have to be the one to move, I don't know. But I was done. I just never really had friends. I was always quiet in school. I never bothered anyone, so that didn't make sense to me. I don't know if people just like, for some reason, want to come up to me and think maybe I was like mean or stuck up because I didn't talk to anyone. I don't know. High school I was fine with. I didn't really have issues in high school. There was this one girl my first day of freshman year. Her name began with a Z. We'll call her Z. And first day of freshman year, she was in my gym class too. First day, that night, unfortunately, she killed herself because she was bullied. I don't know the whole story, so I'm not going to, say much, but I just heard she hung herself. My best friend Leanne knew her, and I remember Leanne told me, like, this, she dated this kid that I know since elementary school. Let's call him M. I don't want to give her his real name, just say M. He was, like, I guess a real asshole to her. Even after she passed, like, he said some really awful stuff about her. I don't remember everything, I just remember that, what my friend told me, so I don't know the whole story, so I don't want to speak, but I just sad, because, high school, first day of high school, she only was like 14, 15, it was just so sad, because, like, you guys don't know, like, what people are going through, and, really understand how bullying affects people, but yeah, and, my best friend Leanne was bullied as well, too, like, it's just an unfortunate thing people have to go through, and if you guys have to go through, I'm sorry. Even, like, in the workplace, there could be bullying, and stuff. It's just a messed up thing. Guys, just know there is hope. Talk to your parents, talk to your friends, talk to someone if you're being bullied, or if you're depressed and, suicidal. Like, that's gonna be a topic in the future, suicide. So yeah, it's a sad thing. And I hope, if you guys are going through that now, I hope you, get help. You need to talk to someone. Don't be afraid to talk to someone. Because what bullies do, they would intimidate you by saying, oh, no one would ever believe you, But that's not true. Like, if you ever, you see it in documentaries and TV shows. Like, I've watched a lot of true crime. So, it's like the bully or whatever would tell the victim, like, oh, no one will ever believe you. But they just say that it's not true. People always believe you. Yes, there may be some assholes out there that don't, but usually they would believe you. They would look into it. Like, don't listen to a bully and say, oh, no one will ever believe you. Okay? Just remember that. And don't ever listen to them and just call you, a loser or pathetic. Like, you're not. Just remember that, guys. Because, one day you're going to be... One day you'll be living in a big old city, and all there ever gonna be is mean. It's a Taylor Swift song. It's called Mean. But yeah, you're gonna be successful one day, and the bully's gonna turn out to be a nobody. So just remember that too. Anyways, guys, we're gonna pick next week's topic. What's next week's topic gonna be? I'm looking away. Is abortion. So that's an interesting topic. Now people are controversial about that, pro-life or pro-choice. I'm pro-life. But yeah, I'm excited to get into that, about abortions and stuff. And again, if you ever want to share your opinions on the topic, please feel free to. I don't have to use your real name, but if you'd like to know your story, I can share your story and just leave you as anonymous if you want, or just use your YouTube name. Then no one will know who you are. It's up to you, but feel free to share everything. If you had maybe for example, when we do the topic of suicide one day, maybe if you guys have tried to attempt that, if you want to share it, you could. I don't have to use your name, but I'm just saying, not just suicide. There's other topics too. Why can't I think of any at the moment? No, about death penalty, police brutality, paranormal, legalization of drugs. There's so many topics. I'm just saying, for future topics, if you ever feel free to share your opinions, I can include them in the video. I want you guys to be a part of this as well. And I hope you like these videos and talk time. I put a lot of work in. Like, look at that, all that writing it took. Taking 2 full pages and half a page. So, guys, trust me, I put a lot of effort into these videos. So, please like them all. Please subscribe to my channel for more. This is an every Friday thing. I know I didn't do last Friday. Last Friday, snuck up on me. Even this Friday, snuck up on me, Anyways, I love you guys. Follow me on my socials, follow content, subscribe to Josh, subscribe to Ridgeway, #AGP. Remember, guys, things are really going to get better. You know, I know sometimes, like, when you're going through bullying or whatever it may be, like, from your parents or school, I know things seem like they're never going to get better, but they will, trust me. I love you guys so much, my Rangers. Hope you enjoyed. Again, in the comments, feel free to share your thoughts and opinions, experiences. I love to hear you guys' thoughts. That's one of my favorite things about doing YouTube and uploading videos, is reading the comments afterwards. Even though no one really comments much, I still love doing that because it's just so interesting to know your thoughts and opinions. So please leave in the comments, guys. I love you, randomers, to death. Subscribe, you know, for more content. Hit that post notification bell. Subscribe to everyone. Subscribe to Colin. He's been doing gameplay videos on the new Xbox Series X, so check that out. I will see you, randomers, in the next video. Peace.